The red room's dim lighting bathed Christian and Anastasia in a sensual glow. They stood together, the tension between them electric. Christian's gray eyes were smoldering as he watched Anastasia's reaction to the room that housed his deepest desires. Anastasia took a tentative step further into the room, her fingers brushing over the smooth leather cuffs and the polished wood of a chair designed for indulgence. Her breath hitched as the reality of Christian's world settled over her, but instead of fear, she felt a rush of excitement. Christian approached her from behind, his hands sliding gently around her waist. "You're quiet," he murmured, his lips brushing her ear. "What are you thinking?" Anna turned her head slightly, her lips grazing his jawline. "I'm thinking, I trust you, Christian. Show me." Her words sent a surge of heat through him. Without hesitation, he took her hand and guided her toward the center of the room, where a sleek bench draped with soft crimson fabric awaited. "Every piece here," he began, his voice low and hypnotic, "is designed for pleasure. But only if you're willing to explore it with me." Anna's pulse quickened as he walked around her, his fingers grazing her shoulders, her arms, and finally her hips. "I want to," she said softly, her voice trembling with anticipation. Christian's lips curved into a wicked smile. "Then let me take care of you, Anastasia." With a fluid motion, he spun her to face him, capturing her lips in a searing kiss. The intensity of it sent shivers down her spine, and she clung to him as though he were her anchor. His hands roamed her body, finding the zipper of her dress and slowly pulling it down. The fabric slid from her shoulders and pooled at her feet, leaving her standing before him in only her lace lingerie. "You're exquisite," he breathed, his eyes raking over her. Anna blushed under his gaze, but her confidence grew as his hands cupped her face, pulling her into another deep kiss. Christian's shirt was the next to go, revealing his toned chest. Anna's hands explored him, her fingers tracing the lines of his muscles. Christian led her to the crimson-draped bench and sat her down, his hands trailing down her legs. He knelt before her, his eyes locking with hers as he kissed his way up her thighs, leaving a trail of fire in his wake. "Christian," she whispered, her voice trembling with need. "Trust me," he said, his voice firm yet tender. "Let me take you somewhere you've never been before." What followed was an exploration of passion and connection unlike anything they'd experienced. Christian's mastery and Anna's willingness created a symphony of intimacy, their bodies moving together with perfect harmony. The room echoed with their whispered names and breathless gasps as they surrendered completely to each other. Time seemed to stop, the outside world fading away until only the two of them remained, lost in the depths of their shared passion. When the storm finally subsided, they lay entwined on the plush bench, their bodies glistening with sweat, their hearts racing. Christian pressed a soft kiss to Anna's forehead, his fingers tracing lazy patterns on her skin. "I never imagined I could feel this way," Anna confessed, her voice barely above a whisper. Christian smiled, his eyes filled with something deeper than desire. "You've unlocked parts of me I thought were forever closed," he admitted. As the night stretched on, they remained wrapped in each other's arms, the red room bearing witness to the evolution of their love, a love that knew no bounds, no limits, and no fears. They had discovered not just passion but an unbreakable bond, one that would only grow stronger with every shade of their shared intimacy.